Hello my friends! We are almost reaching the incredible milestone of 600 subscribers on our channel. If you enjoy content about technological innovation, humanoid robots and the future of artificial intelligence, join us on this journey and become part of our community. Every subscription makes a huge difference and helps us continue to bring you incredible news and analysis. So, if you are not a subscriber yet, click the button and subscribe now. Share it with your friends and let's reach this goal together. Thank you for your continued support. We are almost there, and with your help, we will reach another milestone. Tesla is currently developing the third generation of its Optimus robot, a product that Elon Musk has promised will be the most advanced humanoid robot in the world. Tesla's competition in this market has intensified, with new robots popping up everywhere. That's why it has become more important than ever that the Tesla bot delivers on Musk's promise. For Optimus to maintain an edge over its competitors, it needs to highlight its features, starting with its hands, since the human hand is one of the hardest parts to replicate in both artificial intelligence and robotics. However, Tesla is getting closer to achieving this. Elon Musk has promised that the Tesla Bot Gen 3 will come with a new hand design that offers 22 degrees of freedom, which would be an improvement over the 11 degrees of freedom of the Tesla Bot Gen 2. In practice, this means that the robot's fingers will have a third joint. If you look at your own hand, you'll see that each finger has 3 joints, one where it connects to the hand, another in the middle, and a third near the tip. Currently, the Tesla Bot's hand has the joint where the finger meets the hand and the one near the tip, but it lacks the middle flexion point, a key degree of freedom. We've already seen an interesting evolution in the design of the Tesla Bot's hands. If we recall the image of the robot's hands forming a heart shape at the AI Day Part 2 event, we can see that in that version, the hands had no fingers per se, just a thumb and 2 claws similar to those of Danny DeVito's Penguin in Batman Returns. This approach follows Elon Musk's philosophy that the best part is no part, that is, removing as many parts and components from a product as possible until it is necessary to add something back. In this case, the starting point was the human hand, an incredibly complex piece of hardware, refined by millions of years of evolution. The first version of the Tesla Bot hand stripped human design down to its bare essentials, making it easy and cheap to produce. However, the goal of the Tesla Bot is to directly replace human labor, and we use our hands extensively in virtually every area of work. Therefore, the robot's hands need to be equivalent to human hands. In the second version of the Tesla Bot hand, some elements were added to make it more human-like. Now, there are fingers, but Tesla is still trying to simplify biology, and it works well, but there's still something missing. Looking at how the Gen 2 bot holds objects, it's clear that it doesn't have a really firm grip. I've tried to imagine what it would be like if its finger could only bend at one point instead of 2. Most of the tools we use on a regular basis would be hard to hold, because they're designed for fully functional human fingers. Now, we come to the Tesla Bot Gen 3 hand, which will have that middle joint, plus an additional degree of freedom that no other humanoid robot has had before. As I write this, my fingers are stretching to reach the keys because I'm not a good typist and I don't use my pinkies on the keyboard, but I can still do it because my 3 main fingers can spread out to reach the outer keys and come together to reach the inner keys. This is a capability that the Tesla Bot will have as well. These new degrees of freedom will allow Optimus to spread his fingers out and then bring them closer together, much like a human hand. Elon Musk has promised that the Optimus Gen 3 will be able to play the piano, which will be very interesting to see, putting Tesla's robotics capabilities one step ahead of its strongest competition, which currently comes from the relatively new robotics company Figure. Figure recently released a video of its second-generation humanoid robot, the Figure 2, which has hands with 16 degrees of freedom, including the third joint, allowing us to see what this looks like in a humanoid robot. The ability to make a firm fist like a person is a key feature, although we can see that the Figure 2 can't spread its fingers. The reason Figure has managed to compete with Tesla even after only 2 years of existence largely comes down to its support network. Figure is funded by Microsoft, Nvidia, and OpenAI, so all it really has to focus on is the robotics aspect, while its partners take care of the rest. Looking at Figure's robot, it's easy to see some significant design differences from Optimus. Figure has a robust hand and fingers, while Optimus has a more human-like anatomy. This is because Tesla uses a very human-like control system for its hands, while Figure has placed several electric motors or actuators inside the robot's hands and fingers. Tesla has opted to use metal tendons that run through the hand and into the fingers. In its own hand, for example, there are no muscles to be found. When you close and open your fist, you can feel the muscles contracting in the forearm, which is where the hand actually gets its power. The same is true of the Tesla bot. Another big difference is in the wrists. Figure 2 has a more robust design, while Optimus is more sleek and human-like. This is due to a preference for different actuators. Figure seems to prefer rotational actuators, which are electric motors that rotate small amounts to move the joints. Tesla, on the other hand, prefers linear actuators, which are also electric motors, which act like pistons, extending and contracting to move a metal rod in and out, pushing and pulling the robot's joints, which more closely mimics human anatomy. Every movement you make is a balance of muscles contracting and relaxing. In addition to its very flexible hand, one of the highlights of Figure 2's new video is the section where the robots perform tasks on an assembly line. This is the assembly section of a BMW factory, where it looks like the robots are performing useful tasks. Any human worker who moved that slowly would be fired, of course, but they seem capable of getting the job done, which is interesting. We saw something very similar from Tesla over the summer. Elon Musk mentioned that there are 2 Optimus robots working at a Tesla factory in Fremont. We've seen a few videos of the robots picking up 4,680 battery cells from a production line and placing them in shipping containers. Once again, they're moving painfully slowly, but they get the job done. Elon keeps promising that by the end of the year, there will be robots working in the factory doing more tasks, so hopefully he's not too far off on that prediction. Another big new feature that will be crucial for the Tesla Bot Gen 3 is that it needs to have a voice. And that's not just because Figure's robot already has a voice and Tesla needs to compete, but because in general, there's no point in having a humanoid robot designed for work if it can't communicate through speech. At the very least, the robot needs to understand what you're asking it to do, but it would also be great if it could respond, acknowledge that it understood, ask a question, or explain what it's doing and why. The point is, we definitely don't want silent automatons wandering around with no way of knowing what they're doing. Elon Musk has said that the Tesla bot will have a customizable voice and personality. It will know its owner and understand their preferences to the point where you don't even have to ask the robot to do something. It will simply know what you want. Figure's voice is powered by OpenAI. It's like you're running ChatGPT on a human-shaped computer with voice capabilities, which isn't particularly groundbreaking these days, but we know that OpenAI is the industry leader when it comes to AI language models, so they'll be tough to compete with. Luckily for Tesla, OpenAI has a strong new competitor, and it's also owned by Elon Musk. X.AI's latest Grok 2 language model was released in August and is already competing very well with OpenAI's GPT-4. While Grok still lags a bit behind in industry benchmarks, for the average user, the difference is practically negligible. This gives the Tesla bot access to a language model that can compete with what Figure offers, which means we should be hearing Optimus speak very soon, or maybe we'll be hearing Grok speak through Optimus. The biggest issue that came to light in Figure 1's video chat with OpenAI is that the robot was always slow to respond, even with the advantage of using industry-leading AI models and computing hardware from NVIDIA. This is theoretically the fastest a talking robot can go, and it's a bit disappointing. From what I can tell, the problem comes down to power. It's entirely possible to run AI models natively on a computer built into the robot, but the processing power required to run complex AI is very energy intensive. It takes hundreds of watts of power just for the AI computer. So we have to decide whether we want a really capable robot or a really powerful AI computer, because we don't have enough power available to support both at the same time, at least not yet. So for now, we'll have to make do with the robot sending queries over Wi-Fi to a dedicated AI server, which will run the model and transmit the response back to the robot. I don't know if anyone else was curious about how this works, but I found it interesting. In short, the evolution of the Tesla Bot Gen 3 in Figure 2 shows how the race to develop humanoid robots is getting more intense. Tesla, with its innovative approach of replicating human anatomy and using a robust neural network, is moving towards creating a highly functional and adaptable robot capable of interacting naturally and performing complex tasks. On the other hand, Figure, backed by technology giants such as Microsoft, NVIDIA and OpenAI, demonstrates that strategic partnerships and cutting-edge technology can reduce the time it takes to compete in this emerging market. Both companies face challenges, especially in terms of energy efficiency and processing power, but the solutions they have found to overcome these barriers indicate that we are on the cusp of a revolution in robotics. The future of humanoid robots will not be limited to replacing manual labor. They will have the ability to learn, adapt, and even communicate in a more human-like manner. As these technologies evolve, we can expect robots like Optimus and Figure 2 to become integral parts of factories, offices, and even our homes, performing functions that today seem like science fiction. The key to success will be finding the perfect balance between highly functional design, energy efficiency, and artificial intelligence that can interpret and interact with the world in meaningful ways. The race is on, and the next innovations are sure to bring us some fascinating surprises. We are almost reaching the incredible milestone of 600 subscribers on our channel. If you enjoy content about technological innovation, humanoid robots, and the future of artificial intelligence, join us on this journey and become part of our community. Every subscription makes a huge difference and helps us continue to bring you incredible news and analysis. So, if you haven't subscribed yet, click the button and subscribe now. Share it with your friends and let's reach this goal together. Thank you for your continued support. We are almost there, and with your help, we will reach another milestone.